Both for Jani and Jacob. How frustrating is it to go into maybe the biggest game in the history of Djurgarden and to have this limited material of players due to injuries?
We are quite used to it, let's say that way. I don't feel frustrated. Of course, it's always a bit of excitement in the air before the game that are the available players all going to be fit. And there was, even in this week, there was a couple of players were experiencing a flu, so it was a bit tricky moment too. But we just have to like forget that, put that on the side, and then just focus on the material what we have in use. And then, but it's been like this for quite many weeks now. That we have more players in Allsvenskan available than what we have in the Euro games. But then we went already to Rapid away. We went with a limited team, and then we got a good result. And then it's all about performing that day with the lineup we have.
I think it's a question more for the coach than me. Of course, you want.
It's my headache. Yeah.
Question for both Jani and Une. It will be a massive home crowd here tomorrow. How important is it to take advantage of that, and what do you expect of the support from the fans?
Like always, we have a fantastic support here at home and also away. I'm not sure how Chelsea will react, but I'm guessing maybe some surprise for them to see a massive amount of people in the stands. So it's going to be great. Last week, I've received so many questions about tickets that I've been a popular guy last week.
Yeah, likewise. I just love the energy what our fans are giving to our players. So it's really important.
Question for Jani. A quick update on the squad. Jakob Rinne and Marcus Danielsson were in training today.
Yeah, they recovered from the flu, so they are back in the lineup. So it's a relief that we don't have to give any more like advantage in this one to Chelsea, but just happy to get them back. But it's good because now we don't have to make any more compromises in anything. And we were trying different stuff during the week a bit, how to react in different scenarios, sometimes without formation, and then those players in general, both players in our playing style are really important.
You have had a few days of rest, of course important physically, but also mentally, as you have said. In what way? Have you done any activities or something like that?
No, it's normal preparation, but we played like last week in a week which ended basically in Östergame. We played like 3.5 games basically with the extra time in Vienna. So it was many of the players were really destroyed after the Rapid game. So it was really important to get that kind of couple of days mental break, but also physical break. So now it's been a bit abnormal week. There's a lot of meetings and not so heavy training, but a bit more active training. But it's overall for us, it's been going on for 2 weeks now that we basically only prepare to the games, recover and prepare, and it's nice, maybe nice sometimes for the players, but then I only worry about in these times the training, that we don't get so much effective training in, because it's always a bit unnormal training. So that's the difficult part. But then no, nothing more than just rest and get your head out of football a bit, because now there's been like every day a meeting about Chelsea and focus on them, and then it doesn't end here. Like on Sunday, there's a next moment to step up, and only 2 days between. So it's really busy 2 weeks now coming up for us.
Jani, what do you expect from Chelsea? Do you think they play the best team or have a rotation?
I don't believe in rotation in the way that they have already used a bit different players in Conference League games. So I believe that in many ways they respect us as opponents, but I think they will stick with the rotation what they already been doing. So there's certain players, I think, who will start this game as they have started all the Conference League games. But then maybe they don't know us so well, and then it's. I think they have a high emphasis on winning this duel. So I haven't really thought about it so much, but we know their key players who are always going to play. So that's how it goes.
Can you point out their strengths and how can you hurt them?
Yeah, like first of all, we need a best day. We need our best day, and we need to be brave. We need to be brave, but and humble at the same time. That Chelsea's attacking-wise, they are really organized team. They are really patient team. They have high possession in the Premier League, so they want to stay on the ball. What they are not like so comfortable is that in defensive part they want to do the high press, and then they actually drop quite easily back, and that is something also what we need to do. That we have to stay on the ball, especially now when we play at home, because then because they are not so patient in their defending, so then that's our moment that we just have to like go in the open play attacks. We need to be effective, creating set pieces. Set pieces one tool to hurt them, and then if we end up and we will have to defend a bit lower also, the counter-attacking moments are really important for us. So when we are the underdogs, it's the normal tools what we have, but then the big thing is that we need to stay on the ball and have courage to play and build up from the back.
Jakob, could I just ask you, for those who've never seen Djurgården play before, could you just tell us what's so special about this club? And could you maybe also describe your style of play as a team?
Yeah, I would say that what characterizes us is that we are a very high energy team, likes to go in high pressure, build up from the back, and simply, especially in our home stadium, to be the team in possession, and I think that sums it up.
Hi, question for the coach. Do you think it helps that Chelsea are the team with the pressure going into this game? A lot of people from the outside would expect that they'll win this game. They're also under huge pressure in their Premier League, still trying to qualify for the Champions League. There's a lot on the line for them this season. Do you think that can help your team, that you don't have the same pressure maybe?
Yeah, I understand the point of view. Like, I believe that there's always in both teams we have a certain kind of pressure, and of course they have a big pressure to get a result, but we have a pressure that we need to perform, and 2 games against a really good team. So, and especially here at home, the big thing is that we need to perform, and we know that they need to also focus in their domestic league. So because they are in the edge of getting to like you said, to the Champions League, so they have to invest over there. The difference in that is that they have midfield players almost more than we have the players in the squad. So that's the big difference. So we have already a big game like Chelsea, like coming up on Sunday, and then we need to basically survive from this game in the way that we don't lose any players. So we with the best lineup as we can to get on Sunday, and then even though it's 2 days between, so we don't think about so much on Sunday yet, but then that is in ahead of us. But I think Chelsea, they are a top team. They are quite used to the pressure what they are experiencing, that they need to get always results, and every game is a possibility for them to win. But we have to also see this as a big possibility for us to perform really well and get big confidence by getting a good result.
And on Enzo Maresca, he's in his first season at the club. He's faced some criticism from the fans. I was wondering what you've made of his first season at Chelsea.
To be honest, I haven't followed so much. I like the stability what they have in their game. It's not always, how would I say, it's not very, how would I say, it's not in every moment, it's not highly impressive, like, and it doesn't have the normal British way that you go really fast forward. They want to have the control and almost take the tempo down a bit with the ball, but they have the ability to when they find the space to attack really fast. They have it's really difficult to find in their attacking play a lot of weaknesses. They don't lose the ball easily when they build up from the back, even though if the opponent is trying to put high pressure. So the stability what they have, it's impressive. And then I understand maybe that British fans or Chelsea fans would want them to go a bit more like Jurgen Klopp way, that they play a bit more faster forward, but then that is not what they are approaching. That keeps them balanced also, that when they lose the ball, they have a good balance on the pitch. So maybe for a first season, and I think there's quite big change in the way they play. So I think for a first season they've done well. So, but I think the coach needs still the second season to be that the team is at their best, and he will be also at his best.
Questions for both of you. What's the quality of the pitch right now, and how do you think the surface will affect the game?
Let's see tomorrow how it will affect the game, but yeah, I know that the staff working here are doing constantly work to improve the pitch, and I'm comfortable with that, with the staff working here. But it's been changing from game to game, so it's. But hopefully, I mean, we can take advantage of being used to the artificial, and that Chelsea is not really maybe used to it. It's relatively okay. Like I think it was now better than it has been for a moment, but then there's some parts of the pitch where the ball still behaves a bit weirdly. But then I think they have improved the pitch. I know that they have worked hard to get it better, but then when it gets dry, then it's still then the ball reacts a bit more. But then we hope that it's for our benefit.
Coach, in the last 3 years, Chelsea have spent something in the region of 18 to 20 billion Swedish krona on players. Is it best for you that you don't think about Chelsea's financial power and just stick to what's on the pitch? Because if you think about the numbers, you would probably need smelling salts.
Yeah, we don't so much think about the value what they have on the pitch. We know that they have top players, of course, but we focus more in the football side. Well, like you said, what is happening on the pitch and how their players are performing, and then what strengths they have and weaknesses they have. So we know that we are facing a giant in many ways. So and I think we are proud of that we are facing. We are getting opportunity to play against a team like this, because there's not a lot of these moments happening for our players and for me either. So I think we just need to put the zeros on the side, which are like in behind their players. So and then enjoy the game.
And can I just ask the captain? A lot of English fans, a lot of Chelsea fans probably don't know much or anything about Djurgardens, but I've never seen a weak Swedish team before. Do you think Chelsea supporters might be quite surprised at how powerful you are and how well organised you are as a team?
Well, I definitely hope so. That it will stay like that. Yeah, I mean, we are comfortable playing here at home with our supporters covering our backs and supporting us. I hope we can surprise them with a good organization and a massive, what do you say, the sound from the stands.
Okay, question to you both. Do you have any favorite team in the Premier League?
My team is my team since I was young, because when I played as a junior, my home club, they have a cooperation with Norwich City. So since then, that has been always my club. But then and I have actually trained 1 week with their academy when I was young, and then watched the games in Carroll Road. So that has been always my team. I don't follow them, like I'm not a big supporter of any certain team. I'm a big supporter of football, that I like to watch good teams play. So, but that's, if I had to pick one British team, that would be it. I know there's a lot of, in Finland especially, there's a lot of Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United fans, and then I think it's the same here in Sweden, that in Finland and in Sweden they follow a lot of British football, because we were basically raised watching British football. So it's for me it's like that. So I'm not a like a glory chaser in that way, that I switch teams. So I have to stick with Norwich City.
Yeah, and I don't follow the Premier League that much, but I think I was 10 years old when Arsenal had their unbeaten run. So if I have to say one team, maybe it's Arsenal, but it's not like I'm a supporter today.
I feel sorry for you. A lot of pain.
Question again for Jacob. What are the feelings going up against players? I mean, even though you don't maybe follow Premier League, you still know it's big stars and you have a lot of requests for tickets. It's a special game. I mean, it's not a regular team Djurgården plays against. How are the feelings for you and for the other players to go up against a world-class team with, we've heard of the economic differences?
Yeah. No, it's very, very exciting. I mean, like when you participate, you always want to compete, and that's kind of my point of view for tomorrow as well. But of course, it's a bit surreal to see these world-class players coming here, sharing the pitch with us. But of course, we have to show respect, but we also need to be brave and do our things like we always do.
Question for Jakob. You mentioned earlier that your brother is a Chelsea supporter. Do you think he'll cheer for Djurgården or Chelsea tomorrow?
I'm guessing he will cheer for me. Maybe me becoming an Arsenal fan when I was 10 years old. 10 years old was mostly because of my brother was a Chelsea fan. But I know he's not really following the Premier League today. He's busy with kids and all the stuff that he has. But I'm sure he will cheer for Djurgården.
And he hasn't warned you of any players?
No, I don't think he knows any of the players because he doesn't have the time to really follow the Premier League. I know that all the spare time he has, he follows Djurgården.
Okay, that's the end of the press conference. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.